If you still remember when we talk about this YA model, right, on the relationships, we mentioned we may have some constraints on the relationship, which can be either one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-one, or many-to-many, right? In the previous page, we have provided you with a very general rule for translating these relationships into relations for the many-to-many case. How about this one-to-many and many-to-one or the one-to-one cases? Is it the same as the translation of many-to-many relationships? And in this page, we have an example for the managers relationship between employees and departments. The employees can also manage some departments, right? Generally, given one department, we can find one single employee who manages this department. Therefore, we have one arrow pointing to the employees, right? We have one arrow here. And for the managers, this relationship we also have one attribute. It's the same state, the same as the work scene relationship we showed before. And then we focus on starting this many-to-one relationship. How can we do the translation? So according to our previous rule, right, we show you the translation of this entities and relationships as shown in this page. We have the employees, we have the departments, and we also have these managers. And they are all translated into relations as shown here, right? So we know all these relations will be represented as some tables, right? And we can show you with some tables. Let's assume we have some employees or managers of some departments. And let's assume we have some employees. This is an employee table. And inside it, we can feed some data, right? And we can say this is employees. We know the columns denotes attributes of the table, right? We have SSN, we have this name, we have not, right? And we only have three columns. We can delete this one. And we assume inside this table we have some employees. I can show you with a few number of instances. Like SSN, we have like A11, A0, 9001. I don't know if it is a valid SSN or not. I just use this one as an example. Name is, for example, is John. Not is an integer like 3, for example. It is an integer, right? Besides John, we also have some other people whose SSN like 9002. And his name is Jimmy. Not is 5, for example. And we can also have a lady here, 9003, for example. Her name is Lucy, for example. Not is 4, for instance. And we can have a table created for the employee, this relation, right? Besides the employees, this table, we can also create a table for the departments as well. And we can create a few number of departments. And we can create departments, right? The first one will be the ID. The second one will be the D name. The third one will be the budget. Right. The ID we can change the contents inside all of them. The ID, for example, we have the ID like 1001. The department name is product. For example, we can say that eyeglass is a department inside Apple. For example, the budget per year is 10 million. For instance, right? We also have department 10002. The department name is iPhone, for example, right? The budget per year is 20 billion of dollars. And we have department, we can have a few number more departments. Since the Apple has lots of products, right? We have 1003, we have iPad. The budget is very close to iPhone, for example. We can have budget to be like 15 billion. And we also have this I04. Let me copy them here. 5, 6. Now this one can be the Mac, for example, right? The budget is also 20 billion. And we have IO5. Its department name is Apple TV, right? Its budget is fewer. We can have like 10 billion. We can also have some other department like iPod, right? And lots of people don't use iPod anymore, so we can have a much less budget for it. We can only have like 1 billion of as a budget, right? These are departments we can have for a company, right? And then we can have the managers. This is also a relation. We can create a table for it, right? And we can show what is the table for the managers. The first column will be the SSN, right? The second one will be DID, right? The third one will be the things. And we can clear all the data we have. Right? We know that each department must have one manager, right? And one manager may manage multiple departments simultaneously. For example, we can just copy all the department ID we have into this column, right? Each one must have one manager. And we assume John is the department of eyeglass as well as iPhone, right? And we can give the since date as a date, for example, 2009, and we have a month 09, 30, for example, right? He also manages this iPhone department since 2013, right? For example, maybe it is not valid. We can add change this one to 19 instead because eyeglass is a new product, right? It's not very old. And we also have this Jimmy. He is a manager of some other department like the iPad and the Mac. Things like we can copy this one here. We can change the year like 205 and this one 101, this one to 17, this one to like 10, for example. We also have this Lucy. She's the manager of Apple TV and iPod. iPod is relatively old. We can add an old date. Okay, 107, for example. Apple TV is also new, right? We can also have this like 2015 as a year for her managers since that.